sad. Was on Telegram Games Boy 2 times, and I'm back with another boxing session. And yes, we just seen your boy Lamont Roach chugging a beer at the Washington Capitol game. Huh? Hey, everybody say I was reaching when I said, hey, Lamont Roach, don't do too much. Your ass on the motherfucking tour, having so much fun. And then now we got this man chugging a beer. He going too far. We ain't heard nothing about the Gervonta Davis fight. Now we heard Turkey Alice, she's been blocking Gervonta from the having a venue to have a fight at. I don't know how true that is, but I do know that in the meantime, we ain't seen Gervonta Davis chugging no damn beer between a rematch. This is going to be Lamont Roach's biggest fight of his whole life. I just want to see the man more focused. I ain't even finna go down this motherfucking, I ain't even finna go on this video and go on I Told Y'all So tour about, I told y'all he was going to be messed up and he probably going to get his ass knocked out in the rematch, because that is not what I want for Lamont Roach. I'm going to take a step back. Let's take a step back. Lamont Roach has some fun. It's one beer that we know of. We only see him with one beer. We can't judge him. He having fun. He had a game. That's what they do at the hockey games. Come on, just let the man have a little fun. People want to know what happened. I want to know what happened. I'm glad he is doing interviews. Everybody's saying shut up and get back in the gym. But Lamont, this is what you got to go through when you in a limelight now, buddy. See, I think people confused on who gonna be under the most pressure come this rematch. And I think it's going to be Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach told us so the first time. The second time, he got to prove so that he's better than Gervonta Davis. And if that was the best fight that Lamont Roach can do against Gervonta Davis the first time, that's with him super fucking times 10 focus. When this fucking press run start for this fight, it's going to be way more obligations for Roach. This is the time for Roach to get that extra training in. Not to say he's not training, because I sent a couple videos of him training too. He training. But he had a 6 month camp, 5-6 month camp the first time. What's the difference? Look, have some fun, Roach. You are the type of fighter that can afford to do that. See, people don't understand that. People like Frank Martin can't be out clubbing and partying while he getting ready, because he started at 18, 19. Rolly, you can't be doing. You need to be in the gym every day. Them the type of people. Lamont Roach, Gervonta Davis, they don't gotta be in the gym every day, because they already at that pinnacle to where they just need to sharpen up on their skills. Now, I think that Gervonta Davis feels differently from that. Now, like, I need to get my ass back on the grind in the gym every day. Dedicate yourself to boxing for 2 more years if you really gonna leave, and then you can leave on top. Look, I'm not hating on Roach, because I like Roach. I like if Lamont Roach was fighting against anybody else, I bet on Lamont Roach. But when he fought against Tank, it kind of where the relationship tore at between me and Roach. Because everybody think now that I'm going against Roach, because I'm always making these videos now saying what Roach need to do to come back in the rematch. But if y'all was watching me before March 1st, before the fight, I was telling y'all how good Lamont Roach was, and this is going to be a real close fight. And I don't got Tank knocking him out. It probably won't go 12. It's going to be a real good fight. That's what I was saying before March 1st. Now, everybody hate on Tank so much, it caused me to switch on Lamont Roach and pretty much criticize him when that's not what I want to do. I like Lamont Roach. I like him. I like his style of fighting. I wish he had bought it to take more in a fight, but that don't really matter, because it was still a solid fight. It was better than Rolly and Ryan. I don't even want to see Rolly and Ryan rematch. I don't think it's gonna happen, because it's gonna be the same fight. That's how, if y'all realize, that's how Rolly fight. Y'all keep on saying it's a disciplined fight, but that's Rolly. That's Rolly. That's how he fights. Rolly not really too wild. Sometimes he get a little anxious, but he's not too wild. He's not a wild fighter. If he got you hurt bad, he just on your ass, then yeah, he get a little wild with it, but he's not a wild fighter. That's how Rolly fights. Real technical, real sound. It's kind of weird. You can't kind of time him, because he always like in the he stay in it. So you can't really tell him. And then he ready to do what he do. So he not really prepared for what he just jabbing. He not really defensive minded to the point where he gotta slip and roll. He not slipping and rolling and doing all that shit that you see a lot of people doing, like Jerron or fucking Connor being moving around. He not doing all that. He blocking with his fist. You know what I'm saying? That's Rolly. That's why I don't want to see that fight again. It's probably gonna be the same. I think Rolly beat Ryan again. It probably do be worse. because I think Ryan gonna open up more in the second fight. And fuck it, let's just move on. Let's see Devin and Ryan at this point. I'm over that. I just want Lamont Roach to come into this fight and it be a good fight. And when him doing the stuff he doing, it probably ain't gonna be a good fight. Tap in to the point to where that, because you got to think about it. It really wasn't too many more fights for Gervonta Davis at 135. If Loma is retiring, he could do Keyshawn, and he could do, of course, Shakur would have been after Lamont Roach, or Jake Paul would have been Shakur. That's all that was left. Maybe Keyshawn, but Keyshawn ain't reached that pinnacle yet to where you can't, Keyshawn is barely searchable. You know what I'm saying? You could search Shakur Stevenson. You could search Lomachenko. You could search Jake Paul. You can't really search Keyshawn. So Keyshawn ain't. See, now don't get me wrong, but you see, Turkey done signed Keyshawn. So if he can get Tank over there, Keyshawn and Tank will happen. This is what y'all fella to realize. Boxing is mental. It's mental. I don't think Gervonta Davis fought a bad fight against Lamont Roach. I keep saying that time and time again. See, Tank Glazers say, no, Tank was unfocused. He didn't fight a good fight. That's not what I say. That's not what I say. I said Tank fought a good fight, a different fight. He bought the fight. Churros, but I don't think he fought a bad fight. That fight against anybody else, he would have knocked their ass out. The reason why he didn't lock Lamont Roach out is because that's how Lamont Roach going to the pocket the same way. That's how he going to they're the same damn near fighter. So he knew what Tank was going to do. Tank was a lot more sharper, a lot more accurate than Lamont Roach. And everybody talk about that one punch, but what about all the punches that could have dropped Lamont? It was a couple punches that almost jumped Lamont, but I think his conditioning stopped him. It stopped him from getting it dropped. He could have did a lot more damage. He would do a lot more damage to Lamont in a rematch. And I think he would do more damage because I think Lamont would be less cautious this time because he felt like, I think he knows Tank gonna come out harder, but he'll be less cautious to the point to where he's not gonna do the most. Well, I mean, he's gonna be less cautious to the point to where he'll throw more. And throwing more gonna get him caught more. Now, Gervonta, he could have did a lot more. You see, Gervonta fought a couple different ways in that fight. He boxed him. He fought in the pocket. Tank showed us different shit in that fight. I don't understand how y'all can't see that. Like, Lamont Roach versus Gervonta Davis was a very good fight for us to witness. That draw was very good for Gervonta Davis. And I know it is because it's going to push him to the point. So it's like, y'all niggas got me super fucked up. Back up to the old Tank, y'all got me fucked up, Tank. That's what that fight got. And then, bam, if you could be somebody who wants you so bad, I don't think nobody in the world want that get back against Tank more than Lamont Roach did. So going into that fight, there's somebody who really, okay, look, that's like Rolly and Ryan. Rolly wanted Ryan for a long time. Y'all think he's so much better. Rolly wanted Ryan bad. See what I'm saying? When you want that fire, when you want that, you know what I'm saying? When you want that fighter, that's a dangerous fight because they're gonna put a lot more, they're gonna trade hard, they're gonna go to the point. So they don't make a fool out of themselves and they make a fool out of you. That was kind of Ben and Chris Eubank. Both of them guys wanted that fight bad. I think Eubank underestimated Conor Ben. Because if he didn't underestimate Conor Ben, I don't think he wouldn't have came in at 60, 68. If he didn't 60 instead of 68, I don't think he would have came in with that rehydration clause and all that if he didn't underestimate. Because you don't do that to somebody. For a fight like that, I feel like they both put it all on the line, yes. But Ben trained harder to the point to where he knew he was fighting up. I don't think Chris Eubank did that, but I think Chris Eubank is just a superior boxer. He's bigger. He can take his punches better than Conor Ben could take his punches, so he's a bigger fighter. So it was a lot of things he was doing, I felt like he shouldn't get as much credit for because he was so much bigger. But I think he still got the credit for it because he still came down. He was rehydrated. He still showed up. So I don't want to hear people still bitching about the rehydration clause. I never heard people bitching about rehydration until these new young niggas come into boxing. Under 25, y'all want to talk about rehydration. Keyshawn been doing the same shit. Ask Richard Hitchison. As Richardson Hitchens, he tells y'all. I've been telling y'all. But Richardson Hitchens told y'all. Hitchens told y'all, Lance. I don't know why I keep saying his name because I know why I said his name wrong, but it's funny. His name is Richardson Hitchens. Hit chins because he hit chins. He been telling y'all like Keyshawn been fucking around. Matanueno, he bought Matanueno down. Lemos, he bought Lemos down after he just got off a fight with what you see. Lemos came in on point with motherfucking focus, laser focus against Hitchens. That's why it was a close fight. He came in, he knew that fight was last minute. They announced in 6 weeks. Lemos come in. It's a big name against a coming up name. You see what I'm saying? This the title. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit plays a part. Same shit with this De Los Santos and this motherfucking De Los Santos and Keyshawn fight. Same shit. Keyshawn, I wouldn't even say Keyshawn, but Tyrank and Keyshawn, they picking their opponents better. Well, Keyshawn is help. I think Keyshawn is putting his little input in, like, let me get him because he got a bigger name. But I think I don't know. Because Tyrank, they is pad they fighters. They got a whole bunch of they have a whole bunch of nobodies fight a whole bunch of nobodies to make that nobody a champion, and then they had a upcoming star fight that nobody who was never on it. It's just all bad. And then all they do is have you fight all the PBC fighters leftovers, so you can have somebody to compare him to later on and just try to create a big fight. That's what Top Rank do. But I think Keyshawn put his name in there. And you go watch Matanueno, that was a fight that Top Rank probably put together. You go watch Albright, that's the fight that Top Rank probably put together. Them probably wasn't fights that Keyshawn picked out. You see what I'm saying? But he showed up in them fights enough to bring him, get him to these next levels, these lame Moses and shit. Because I digress. We talk about Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis. I need Lamont Roach to be a lot more focused. I need you to be a lot more focused in this shit, Lamont Roach. I love you, bruh. I did think Tank won the first one. If we not counting the knee, I'm tired of people. Every time somebody asks about, hey, what you think about the fight in the knee and all, and what do you think about the fight of Tank? Who you think won it? But like, well, obviously shut the fuck up. The knockdown wasn't called. Let's just not, because I feel like once you say the knee and the knockdown, it automatically clouds the rest of your motherfucking opinion. All right, cool. Yes, the knee to knockdown wasn't a good, but let's take that out the equation because it wasn't counted. Let's put the knee in the knee knockdown. However you feel about it, I agree. The knee is considered a knockdown. I agree. Let's put this over here. Y'all got that. Boom. Now let's pick up the motherfucking fight. What happened in the fight? It was a good fight. It was a good back and forth. But what happened in the fight? You can't tell me what happened. It was a fucking draw. Rolly said it best. It was a fucking draw. You can't tell me what happened. It was back and forth. It was a fucking draw. Honestly, I had Tank with it off of more accuracy. I feel like Tank landed the cleaner shots. Roach landed a couple good shots, but Tank landed way more great shots. And I'm telling you, it's a reason why the final fight has not dropped yet on PBC. They ain't dropped the final, version of the fight because I think that's part of this whole ploy with Tank and whatever they got going on with the rematch. It's all, under wraps. Everybody being quiet with the shit. But if you go watch the fight y'all go right again, you're gonna be like, man, that was a draw. And you can ask my lady, I called it a draw. You can't ask my lady shit because I whoop your ass. But the fight was a draw. I said it as soon as the fight was over, like, man, they counted the knee, it's a draw. They counted the knee, it was a draw. I said with the knee, it was a draw. To me, I'm judging a fight like I'm damn near one of them judges for real. I really feel like if I can't say if it ain't motherfucking Floyd Mayweather up against motherfucking shit, I don't fucking know who. Pacquiao, let's say Pacquiao, another great fight, and these motherfuckers, I'm talking about big names like that. And these fucking rounds is razor thin, razor close, like 2 jabs by CompuBox number at the end of the fight told you that fucking Pacquiao won that round. I'm giving that round to Floyd. I'm giving that round to the bigger stop. I feel like that's how it should be because it's no other way you can fucking really Bro, when you watching a fight real time, they not counting jabs, punches that they watching a fight. When you watch the fight, you look at the end of the round, like who would I rather be at the end of this round? Who had the better work? I think I'd rather been Tank at the end of the round. Lamont Roach was getting pieced up the first half of the fight. I say if I was Tank, box his ass the whole 12. Because he didn't know what to do when Tank was boxing. He couldn't really do nothing. Tank was overwhelmed in the first half with boxing. When Tank started trying to go for the knockout, after that, really after that happened in the what was that? That was the ninth round, the eighth, ninth round, and the ninth round. After that happened, that's when the fight got closer because Tank was trying to get the knockout. He was on some, it was different. Like I don't think he might not have been focused, but if an unfocused Tank could get a draw to Lamont Roach in that action-packed fight, I never heard nobody say the fight was boring though. It did look like a boxing. It looked like a sparring match, but it wasn't boring. I just want to see Lamont Roach go in there and give us another good fight like that because I don't want him to get knocked out. I don't want him to get knocked out of the because I want to see him go and beat a couple other niggas' asses who saying he was a cherry pick. Like I want to go him. I want to see him fight Keyshawn. I know he don't knock Keyshawn out. I mean, I know Keyshawn don't knock Lamont Roach out 100%. I know Shakur don't knock Lamont Roach out. I think them two fights would be like a Shakur just gonna be running around the whole time, like circling them and shit. Cool. I like to say I would like to see him fight Shakur. That actually be pretty cool because I would like to see him fight. I would like to see him fight Shakur. I think Tank beat Shakur though. Like I just do. Shakur gonna run. That's why I don't care about that fight. I don't care about. I'm telling y'all how the fight gonna be before it's happened. That's why I don't care about Shakur against Tank because I know Shakur is gonna be pedaling. He gonna be moving around. Y'all saying he not and he fight about. He's not gonna fight Tank like that, bro. He's gonna fucking be on his wheels and fight in motherfucking. He know Tank's fight in spurts, so he gonna fucking come and try to, bro. He gonna try to finesse the fight, bro. That's what Shakur is. He's a finesser. It's crazy. It's crazy. You can see his whole opinion on the motherfucking thing with the no running rule is crazy. I don't even understand Shakur sometimes. Like it is what it is. But your boy 2 times tell him and let me know what y'all think in the comment section. How y'all feel about this nigga Lamont Roach at the Capitals game drinking? We caught him out the country with his girl. I mean, he can do whatever he want to do. I know it's after the fight, and it ain't even no fucking date fucking announced yet. So I guess he is on vacation. Let that man have a little fun. I'm not even going to badger him. Let him have fun. Let him have fun, but don't have too much fun so we don't get a good fight and you don't get more good fights after that. Because as long as you give us a good performance, if you lose, because I know you're going to lose. I know you're going to lose in 12 rounds. You're going to lose the next fight. But upon losing, are you going to do good enough and don't get knocked out to where we can get you in a fight with Frank Martin or we can get you in a fight with motherfucking shit. You can fight them niggas at 140 if you want to. I think Lamont could bang at 140. No, I don't know. I think Lamont bet off at 135 because yeah, I think that's his max. I think that's his max. I think that's his max. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. It's your boy 2 times. Tell him I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow.